So here we have another example of closet gay madness. Well, maybe, I don't know. Supposedly, these are allegations brought upon against this lawyer that works for Pat Robertson's legal group. If you haven't heard about this, check this out. A conservative Christian legal group has fired one of its senior attorneys after reports surfaced on the internet that he may have had romantic relationships with younger men. He looks like a chicken hawk, by the way. I wonder how young they were. They're probably twinks. Look at that guy. He looks like a fucking chicken hawk right off the bat. The American Center for Law and Justice, really, founded by anti-gay televangelist Pat Robertson and led by Jay Scullow, confirmed in a statement provided to Metro Weekly. Oh, okay. So the picture I'm looking at is not the creepo. Oh, right. Confirmed in a statement provided to Metro Weekly that James Henderson, a senior counsel with the group who focused on federal civil rights and constitutional law, had been fired from the group September 25th, one day after a report surfaced on a blog that he may be gay. Really? Just from a blog entry? I don't know. Maybe they have investigated this and they probably, they won't admit, oh yeah, we checked things out, we saw pictures, video, and all that. I bet they have pictures. I bet they have everything. Because these people, no matter how anti-gay they are, they're not going to just fire somebody because of rumors or a blog post. If that were the case, I would just write a blog post about Brian Brown from the National Organization for Marriage. We could fire that fucking fat ass. Quote, he's no longer affiliated with any ACLJ entity, said Ron Torosian, whatever, of 5W Public Relations in an email to Metro Weekly. ACLG will not comment further on this personnel matter. It's a personnel matter. Yeah, but the thing is that since this legal group is fighting against gay rights, it's no longer a personnel matter when one of their fucking lawyers is a homo. ACLJ's confirmation comes after two blogs, Exposed Politics and the Patriot Ombudsman, published troves of information about Henderson and his relationship with two younger men. Henderson is married and has 8 kids. This goes back, let me just say this. This goes back to my previous and current theory that I stated in the previous episode of the Jose Soto Show. And I've stated many times that some of these anti-gay nuts, quacks, are in it for sexual gratification. Sexual gratification, that's what it is. Here's what they do. They pretend to be straight, they're really gay, they're homo. They're homo inside and out. They think about cock every 8-7 seconds. They want cock, they suck cock, and they have cock up their ass. But you see, that's not exciting enough for them. And I think this is somewhat of the influential premise of the anti-gay movement. It's basically motivated by closeted gay guys, closeted homos who will get a huge turn on by this. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. It's a turn on for these guys. I mean, what they do is they go in there, they pretend to be straight, they get a wife, and they have kids with that wife. I mean, it's pretty easy to do that. Just put the dick in your wife's pussy, and there you go. Just hold it in for a couple minutes. And you don't have to make love to a woman. I mean, especially if she's a right-winger, reactionary, submissive female. Her job is just to take your sperm, make your babies and stuff like that, and clean your clothes and and make your dinner and all that. I mean, I don't want to sound misogynistic, but that's how many of these quote social conservatives, that's how they view the world in most environments. So they get all that ready. It's like it's basically sexual role play. I mean, a lot of us homos have done this. When we play like, oh, I'm the professor and you're the student and I fuck you and all that, or I'm the plumber and you're the client, right? Or I'm George W. Bush, you're my aide. Who would ever have that kind of fantasy role? But this is what they do. This is their sexual fantasy role that they play, and these guys are so into it that they will play it out in the public, and their big turnoff, what drives them, is that they don't get caught. That they can do this and get away with it. Yeah, and they get away with it most of the time. They have kids and everything. Yet they go to these clubs or public restrooms, parks, whatever, forests, cruising grounds, and they go over there and then they find homos and then they fuck with them. They have their little powwow. There's a lot of pow and wowing. But then after that little powwow, goes back home and looks at his wife and kids and says, "Yeah, I just fucked a guy." And they just look at this and they say, "Yeah, and I got away with it. You don't know. Nobody knows." It's my little sexual role play, dominance and power, and all that. And a lot of people that I talk to say, they feel sorry for these guys. I don't feel sorry for them. Most of the time, they get turned on by this. The fact that they are having butt sex on the side, and they have a conservative, even publicly conservative. I mean, that's what they want. They want the public, at least the community around them, to know that they are Christian conservatives, upright, straight, and they have, kids and all, and a wife and everything. And then on the side, he gets to fuck around and have butt sex and sodomize all these other homos, because he can. Because that's part of the fantasy that he has. And that's what drives these guys. People don't understand this. This is a sexual fantasy. This is role-playing to the extreme. If it's true, of course. But yeah, it has to be true, because they won't fire you if it isn't true. They're not going to go through the embarrassment of, through the media, say, yeah, we have to let go one of our lawyers because of the gay stuff. They had to investigate this, and somehow, I don't know how they found out, but they probably have pictures, they have everything. They probably got the fucking homos who are doing this guy, this lawyer. They probably got him in and they interviewed him, and they come on, please. I mean, Pat Robertson is loaded, he has a lot of money, he has a lot of time to spend. Find out who's actually sodomizing behind his back. Although there has been speculation as to the age of the two men, yeah, that's my speculation. I bet you they're underage. I bet you they're like 15, 14 years old. It is unclear if they were under the age of consent in the state of Virginia, where Henderson lives. According to the two bloggers, Henderson used a Facebook account to communicate with the two men. Conversations obtained and published by the two websites indicate that Henderson may have provided the younger man, who appeared possibly younger than 21, with alcohol and marijuana. Marijuana? No! The Facebook account cited by the bloggers has since been deleted. Okay. Neither blogger has indicated how they obtained the mountain of information published last week. The editor of Exposed Politics, who asked not to be identified for fear of retribution, told Metro Weekly he received an anonymous tip alerting him to the story. Metro Weekly contacted Henderson at his home in Springfield, Virginia. Henderson referred queries to his lawyer. Well, you're a fucking lawyer. Just answer the damn phone. Christopher Zampogna, a civil rights employment attorney located in D.C. Zampogna will not comment on the grounds of Henderson's termination or what legal action his client is considering. Oh yeah, isn't that anti-discrimination? But if it took place in the District of Columbia, they have a anti-discrimination law. Because look, they found out I was gay and they fired me. Sue their asses. I would definitely, I don't care if this guy's a sleazeball. But comparing him to fucking Pat Robertson, I think, yeah, go for it. Fucking sue his ass. Put a lien on everything that he fucking owns. ACLJ, which is located in D.C., was funded in 1990 by Robertson as a means to counter the American Civil Liberties Union. Oh, I see. Okay. In recent years, ACLJ has argued in a number of cases before the Supreme Court, including several cases regarding prayer in school and demonstrations outside abortion clinics. I don't know if anything has done anything anti-gay. I don't know. But I'm not going to try to figure that out. It's not that important. Over the years, Robertson has reportedly made anti-gay comments, including describing gay people as suffering from sickness and accusing them of targeting children for recruitment. He has also advocated for discrimination against gay people, equating them with criminals. Although it does not appear Henderson worked specifically on any anti-gay cases during his time at ACLJ. Yeah, but still, I mean, he's living the persona. He doesn't have to be out there with a megaphone. A lot of these guys just trying to be working. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say here. Working for a anti-gay group in a way, or a conservative. It doesn't have to be anti-gay group. It could be a conservative group. It could be like like this group. As long as they're socially conservative, it turns them on. I mean, they flock to these kinds of groups and organizations and environments and communities, socially conservative, so they can play out their sexual roles and fantasies. For more than a week, ACLJ has refused to comment on Henderson's termination after the story began to percolate on the internet. ACLJ scrubbed Henderson from its website, deleting his bio page and the multiple articles Henderson wrote during his year at the organization. Talk about, this is totally what it is. They totally found out, and it's totally true. Or else, why would they be deleting everything? If it's not true, then it's not true. You say, you know what, it's not true, and fuck, they're fucking lawyers. They can actually go after these bloggers who expose all this, supposedly. But they didn't do it because they knew legally that they were right, that this guy was a homo. Big time homo. Big time. Although the group has attempted to erase evidence of Henderson's employment, his name still appears on countless court documents along with Scello, chief counsel for ACLJ. Only after Metro Weekly informed ACLJ that Henderson had obtained a civil rights employment lawyer did the organization acknowledge his termination. Henderson has also taught at Regent University's Law School, Christian University in Virginia Beach, Virginia, also founded by Robertson. Yeah, I understand all that. Golly. But that's your typical closet case who is in it for the high. I mean, he gets a sexual high from this. But now he's out of a job. Why don't you work at a place where they like you, no matter what? Like, I don't know, Starbucks. They're always hiring a Starbucks, buddy. Work your ass off. Oh, no, he could work at Chick-fil-A. That would be actually excellent for him. He could work at Chick-fil-A. Work at their roach coach. Their food truck. The Chick-fil-A food truck. And be right at home. He can pretend to be straight. Jerk off in the food. Go to the bathroom and whack it. Was thinking and fantasizing about hot, sexy man and twinks. Younger guys, probably 19 years old. I don't know. I think they might be underage. That's what I think. And they always do that. Always. These social conservatives. And they'll go, yeah, they'll go after the young guys. Always. Always do that. I don't know. Maybe it might not be that much of a big deal. I think in Virginia, what's the age of consent over there? Is it 17? 16? Somewhere around there, maybe? Maybe they're 17. And in Virginia, that's the age of consent. So probably, he made it through. He's not going to get in trouble because otherwise, these guys, these two guys he was boning, he probably would have been blackmailed already by them. So that's what you get for being a sleazeball and a pervert. I mean, yes, it is perverted in a way. That you pretend and... I mean, to take it to that extreme, your sexual role-playing fantasy. And to actually get children involved and have kids with a wife and everything. It's really extreme. But they'll do it. They will do it. Well, there you go.